The Supreme Court has ruled that companies cannot be sued under federal law for knowingly providing the tools and technology that governments use to identify, arrest, and torture religious minorities. The case involved Cisco Systems, accused of selling surveillance technology to China that helped authorities persecute Falun Gong practitioners. The ruling means victims of state-sponsored torture have lost a crucial legal avenue for justice. Nine Robes uses non-partisan, everyday language to focus on the facts of what the Supreme Court is saying. Here, you'll find clear, concise summaries of every Supreme Court opinion, stripped of legalese and clickbait headlines. Each post breaks down the facts, explains the court's reasoning, and highlights the crucial details that often go unnoticed. It's not just about what the court decided. It's about why those decisions matter, to give you a deeper understanding of the cases that define our nation's legal landscape. These summaries are generated by AI. Be careful and consult reputable sources when in doubt. Falun Gong practitioners sued Cisco Systems, claiming the company designed and sold surveillance technology called the Golden Shield to the Chinese government. That system allegedly helped authorities identify, track, arrest, and torture thousands of religious minorities. The plaintiffs used two federal laws to bring their case. The first, the Alien Tort Statute from 1789, allows foreign nationals to sue in U.S. courts for serious violations of international law. The second, the Torture Victim Protection Act, lets torture victims sue those responsible for their abuse. A federal appeals court allowed the case to proceed. But the Supreme Court reversed that decision on both counts, effectively closing the courthouse door to these victims. Justice Barrett, writing for 6 justices, made 2 key rulings. First, she said courts cannot recognize any new types of claims under the Alien Tort Statute beyond a tiny handful of offenses recognized centuries ago. The majority worried that allowing new claims would interfere with foreign policy decisions that belong to Congress and the President. Second, on the torture law, the court said the word subjects in the statute means only those who directly commit torture can be sued. Someone who knowingly provides the technology or tools that make torture possible falls outside the law's reach. This means Cisco, even if it knowingly helped enable torture, cannot be held liable. Justice Sotomayor wrote a sharp dissent, joined largely by Justices Kagan and Jackson. She argued the majority essentially rewrote a prior Supreme Court decision without admitting it. She pointed to historical evidence showing the Alien Tort Statute was always meant to cover more than just a handful of ancient offenses. On the torture law, Sotomayor highlighted a striking contradiction in the majority's logic. Everyone agrees the law covers a military commander who fails to stop subordinates from torturing prisoners. Yet the majority excludes someone who actively provided the actual tools used to carry out torture. That, she argued, gets justice exactly backwards. She also noted the U.S. government had already publicly condemned China's persecution of Falun Gong, so this lawsuit would not actually harm American foreign relations. The practical impact is significant. Under this ruling, torture victims can only sue those who directly commit torture or give direct orders to torture. They cannot sue companies or individuals who knowingly provide the surveillance systems, technology, or other means that make torture possible. This creates a gap in accountability. The technology companies and suppliers that enable state torture can operate with legal immunity in U.S. courts. The decision reflects a broader tension in law. The majority prioritized keeping courts out of foreign policy decisions. But as the dissenters pointed out, refusing to provide a legal remedy also affects foreign policy. The founders understood that protecting victims of abuse was itself an important foreign policy value. The court's decision prioritizes one concern over the other, without fully explaining why. Find us online at 9robes.ai. That's the number 9robes.ai. Like and share this podcast with friends that like to be informed. 9 Robes provides AI summaries of U.S. Supreme Court cases. AI makes mistakes. People make mistakes too. We genuinely do our best to provide you with the most accurate summaries, but our best sometimes includes errors.